Good evening, everyone. If you can please take your seats, please, so that you may rise for the graduates. Everyone stand up. The graduates are coming in. Thank you.
Thank you, and you may be seated. Hello, and welcome to the Dearborn Magnet High School Class of 2016 graduation. The faculty and staff at the Magnet High School are very proud of the 15 graduates that have fulfilled their commitment that they made at their initial interviews with Magnet staff to meet their EDP goals, fulfill their educational requirements, and ultimately meet their goal of graduating from high school. We are excited for and proud of all of you. We will begin our program with the playing of the national anthem. Please stand, and gentlemen, if you are wearing hats, remove them. Also, if you would please turn off your cell phones. I also ask that any earphones or similar devices not be used during the ceremony. At this time, I'd like to introduce our honored guest, Dr. Michael Mead, Secretary, School Board. Mary Plechnikov, Treasurer, School Board. Dr. Glenn Malenko, Superintendent. Dr. Jill Chokel, Executive Director, Student Achievement. Mrs. Shannon Peterson, Executive Director, Student Achievement. Is Tom Wall here? Okay. Robert Cederlin, Director of Human Resources, Instructional. Abraham Mashur, Student Services Director. Tom Grozneski, Director of Trades, Labor, and Contracting. and Dr. Daniel Patterson, Director of Assessment. Next, congratulatory remarks will be made by our Superintendent, Dr. Glenn Maleko.
Thank you very much, Dr. Green. Good evening. What a great night to be a magnet student, right? Excited? Absolutely. Graduation is a special event in life, and in today's world, special events are not only shared in person, but also on social media. Heck, in today's world, people are sharing pictures of grilled cheese sandwiches. I think we see some of those things in those posts all over social media. As many students know, you may know, I've been very visible on social media, especially Twitter. I know a lot of the students are following me because anytime the weather forecast calls for snow, I receive several tweets providing me with all types of scientific research on weather patterns and the dangers of traveling in icy conditions. Although I do appreciate this genuine concern for the well-being of staff, of course, students, and the community, I just don't think that a wind chill of 30 degrees or a chance of light rain is a real good reason to cancel school, even though the students might feel so. However, I still value your input, and I do appreciate those that are following me on Twitter. So not to disappoint anyone, let me take just a moment. I really need this last selfie, and some of you magnet students might recall the first time I actually used a selfie stick was in front of the school here with Miss Peterson. So, in the spirit of things, I don't want to lose that opportunity. I'm getting a little better, so we'll just have to see here. This will be on Twitter, so if you want to follow me at Dr. Maleko. Let's get an angle this way. I think we need one of them. Absolutely. You taught me the selfie stick. I don't know, do some of you remember that when we yeah. For many of you, so let's get back down to the serious. For many of you, this is probably the first time you get to hear a commencement speech. For some of you, it may be the second or third, or for those of us gathered up here on the stage, we've heard dozens of commencement speeches. So for all you first-timers, let me give you a rundown on how these speeches usually go. They usually start a little awkward and uncomfortable. Then there's always a little bit of boasting and bragging about accomplishments, right? Next, there's talk about the future and being ready for the next steps. There may be a joke or two thrown in. And finally, it wraps up with a lot of thank yous. But for the most part, it will soon be forgotten. For some of you seniors out there that may have attended prom night, it may have gone just about the same way. Okay, here we go. We got the awkward and the uncomfortable part out of the way, and hopefully the joke part out with the selfie stick. So let's move on to the part where we do the little bragging. This evening, we are here to recognize the 2016 class of Magnet, the greatest class of graduates, right? You've accomplished a lot over the last 13 years. Over the next 3 days, seniors will be gathering all across the city who think they are the greatest class of 2016. In fact, there are thousands of students across our state and country who are sitting at ceremonies just like this one, and they all think they are the greatest class of 2016. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Everyone has the power for greatness, not for fame, but greatness, because greatness is determined by service." So what type of service will define your greatness? Every one of you stepping across the stage tonight has the ability to be great. You really do. For some, greatness will become in the form of a professional career, maybe even education or a teacher. For others, greatness will come by being an inspiring coach, maybe a terrific dad, caring wife, trusted friend, or thoughtful neighbor. And I do have to throw in about the caring wife. My wife and I are celebrating our 20th year anniversary today. So, thank you. And I did post that on social media, by the way. Follow that. Your own personal accomplishments will define greatness. Don't let others define it. You decide how you will be great and what you will need to do to get there. Be the very best person your teachers, your parents, and your family know you can be. And you will, and you can be great. Wilma Rudolph, who in 1960 was the first American woman to win 3 gold medals at a single Olympics, said, "Never underestimate the power of dreams and the influence of human spirit. We are all the same in this notion. The potential of greatness lives within each of us." Wilma had polio when she was a child and spent several years wearing leg braces, and yet she won those gold medals as a runner. So you can do it. The potential for greatness lived in her, and I know that potential lives in each of you. Finally, I believe I mentioned that a graduation speech is filled with thank you. There are plenty here tonight who deserve a thank you. Teachers, parents, family members, friends. They are all the reason you have made it here today and deserve your thanks. Never forget the power of thank you. Thank you acknowledges that you are not perfect and you understand that people have gone out of their way to help you, to make you better, to share with you their wisdom, talents, and time. While we're on the subject of thank yous and being polite, let me throw in a bonus word that you should never forget. That is please. Please also remind you that it's okay to ask for help, as I believe all of you have, being in this program. You just need to ask the right way. Please let people know that you respect them and you appreciate the help they can provide. You probably learned these words when you were very young. Your parents or your grandparents may have been the people who taught you these words. You may forget this speech that I'm having here today, but never forget please and thank you. And as I say that, maybe the selfie pose too, right, if I send it to you. But please and thank you, that's the message. So, in closing, I just want to say congratulations, Magnet Class of 2016. I wish you well, I wish you success, and most of all, I wish you a great life for many years to come. Have a safe and wonderful evening.
Thank you, Dr. Maleko, for those kind and most meaningful remarks. We will continue with the congratulatory remarks from Dr. Michael Mead, School Board Secretary, will be next.
Good evening, all you happy graduates. I and Ms. Petlicoff are trustees for the Board of Education, and we have a message for all of you. Congratulations. Unbelievable. Okay, so the Board of Education is composed of 7 members who are elected by the citizens of Dearborn to approve the vision, mission, and strategic plan of the school district. The Magnet High School was born of the vision to give students options as they pursue their goal to complete a high school diploma. Mr. Brian Whiston, our previous superintendent and now superintendent of all public schools in the state of Michigan, recommended to the board that the Magnet High School be created to offer an opportunity to students who preferred a non-traditional brand of high school education. Today we celebrate your graduation and the Magnet High School because it worked for you and you took advantage of it. This has brought great joy to your parents, board members, the superintendent, the principal of Magnet High School and her staff, including the teachers, the counselor, the social worker, whose names are in the program. All of them have committed themselves to your academic success and have been privileged to support your efforts to graduate. Now, as I look around, as I look around and see the smiling faces of all you graduates, I am reminded of my grandson, Dylan. Now, this may seem strange to you that I would talk about Dylan at this ceremony, but last week I attended his graduation from preschool. He is 5 years old. When the ceremony was over and all the preschoolers had their diplomas, Dylan came up to me and said in a very loud voice, "I did it." He was jumping up and down in his excitement. Now, I look at all of you, and all I can think is that you did it. You are very proud of yourselves, and you should be. When you applied to the Magnet High School, you had to demonstrate the conviction that you wanted to obtain a high school diploma, and that you had the support of parents and friends. The principal and staff of Magnet High School agreed that you should be admitted because you convinced them that you were serious about completing a high school diploma. Well, they were good judges of your motivation because you went through a demanding academic program, and here you are graduates. Now let's get back to Dylan for a moment. Last week, he had to go to kindergarten roundup. His mother, my daughter Colleen, told me he was shy and clingy, and that he even shed a few tears. He told his mother that he really wanted to go back to preschool. However, by the end of the orientation, he had met some new friends, his new teacher, and he really liked her. So he told his mother that he would be okay, that he could go to the new school and be a kindergartner. Isn't Dylan's experience like all graduates? Is it nice to finish a goal? But then we are faced with new goals, and they can be very challenging and scary. However, please know that what you have learned at Magnet High School has given you the knowledge and skills to meet and conquer the new challenges in your life. Like Dylan, life moves on, and we go from the joy of graduation to the challenges of the future. When Dylan's Uncle Tim heard that Dylan was having anxiety, Dylan called it butterflies, about going to kindergarten, he sent him a text message from Los Angeles, where Tim lives, and he said, "Dear Dylan, butterflies tell you that you are about to do something new and exciting, which means that you are brave to do something new and exciting. You graduates are prepared for the future. Let your butterflies lead you to do something new and exciting. Do not, please, be a stranger to Magnet High School. Come back and share your successes with your principal, your teachers, your counselor, your social worker. They want to know about the challenges you faced and your successes. Congratulations, graduates."
Thank you, Trustee Mead, for your kind and encouraging remarks. Next, we have our senior speaker, Zahra El-Wahaley.
Thank you, Dr. Green. So I feel like Dylan right now. I have a lot of butterflies, and I'm kind of nervous, so if I stutter or anything, just bear with me. Hopefully we get through this together. Distinguished guests, Magnet staff, proud parents, and Magnet High School's graduating class of 2016. I remember 3 months ago standing by a fountain with a quarter in my hand, wishing I could graduate and be able to stand here today. I wish for all my dreams to come true, and today is the day that it all happened. I remember a quote from my favorite TV show, One Tree Hill, which was a part of Haley's graduation speech. It said, "Now is the time for us to shine. The time when our dreams are within reach and possibilities vast. Now is the time for all of us to become the people we have always dreamed of being. This is your world. You're here. You matter. The world is waiting." We here at Magnet all had hopes and dreams that seemed so far, but today a new chapter begins, and we are closer than ever to fulfilling those dreams. We were given the privilege to come to the school and grow, which I've seen everyone do. We grew closer together, we grew into a family, but most importantly, we grew as individuals, and we did that by leaning on each other. Today, we say our goodbyes and wish each other good luck as we step into adulthood and prepare to begin our lives. Today is when we take everything we've learned and we put it into action. I wouldn't have wanted to spend high school anywhere else with anyone else. My Magnet family was truly one of a kind. The experience I had here with these amazing people, I would not have been able to go through with any other group. We supported each other, leaned on each other, but always had each other's backs. Whether it was by staying motivated and getting our classes done, or by giving support after the tragic loss of one of our former magnet students, Hamza. We never let someone go through something alone. Our magnet students are truly amazing, unique, and I can say one of a kind. I am 100% sure that one day we will hear how far we have all made it, and how we somehow, whether it was in a major way or a minor way, changed the world, or at least changed someone's world the way you have all changed mine. As different as Magnet High School is, and as confusing as it may be to other people, we learned so much here. We learned things that we always said that high school doesn't teach us, but should. Whether it was Mr. Campbell teaching us to always be generous and give back through our volunteering at the soup kitchen, and how to deal with unfair people and to remain strong no matter what life throws at us, or it was Mr. V reminding us that life might bring us down sometimes, but to just keep going and to always stand up for ourselves and never give up. And of course, he also taught me how to do my taxes and what it meant and all that stuff that I didn't know but really needed to know. And of course, Mrs. LaCasio, who taught us to always be nice and kind and to remain humble and always yelled at me to clean up after myself. And Mr. Kemian, helping most of us apply for college and telling us all the great things we can do and be. And of course, Ms. Stahl, who with her tough love that always motivated us not to stop trying and to prove everyone wrong about the great things we magnet students knew we were capable of doing. And Mrs. DeMarco, who unfortunately couldn't make it, whose positive energy and dedication to us was unstoppable. And Ms. Day, with her motivating group sessions and good advice, helping us get through the year. And Dr. Green, who made this all possible. We couldn't have done it without you. You are our family, our role models, our parents and aunts and uncles, and we cannot and will not ever forget you. I mean, you guys kind of made it hard too. Lastly, I want to thank our parents, our grandparents, our aunts and uncles, our brothers and sisters, who always continue to believe in us, who got us to where we are today, and who will always be with us on every path we take. You are the ones who made this all happen for us. You are the ones who made us who we are today. No matter what hardship life throws at us, you will always be there for us, and I hope we can continue to make you proud. There's more, I'm sorry. Just a little more. Okay, as I'm thanking people, I also want to thank my two brothers who unfortunately couldn't make it today. One is out of town and one is watching me from heaven. And I just wanted to say that I really hope I made them proud. They were the ones who always motivated me. And on behalf of the Magnet High School class of 2016, I would like to thank you all again and congratulate everyone. We finally made it.
Thank you, Zara. Very, very well done. Before we move on, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the Magnet High School teachers and staff. Some of those names have already been called by Zara, but I'd be remiss if I didn't really call attention to them this evening. They have worked tirelessly alongside the students to get them to meet their goals tonight and actually become graduates of the 2016 class of the Dearborn Magnet High School. Mr. Clayton Campbell, Social Studies. Mr. Jerome Vanderboeke, Mathematics. Mr. Vanderboeke is retiring this year after many years of service to the district, so congratulations, Jerry. Ms. Lori Lacasio, Language Arts. Counselor Brian Kimian. Kim Day, Social Worker. Ms. Julie Stahl, Teacher Consultant. Lisa DeMarco, Instructional Tech. And our new rookie Administrative Assistant, Ms. Pamela Kronowitz. The students have developed a very, very, very short tribute to our Magnet retiree, Mr. V. And I want to just take a minute so you can get a chance to see it. Thank you.
Here's your
Again, thank you so much, Mr. V. We're going to move right into another video presentation, which has become a magnet tradition, the senior presentation.
So talked all night about the rest of our lives. Where we're gonna be when we turn 25. Keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. When we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're all on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now 'cause you won't have another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of the night in June. I didn't know what you loved, but it came too soon. And there was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home, talking on the telephone. We would get so excited and we get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. This is how it feels. As we go on, we remember So we talked all night about the rest of our lives. Where we're gonna be when we turn 25. Keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. When we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now 'cause you don't have another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of the night in June. I didn't know what you loved, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. I was scared to be on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
Wasn't that great? Thank you. Now, what we've all been waiting for, the awarding of diplomas. Mr. Kimia?
Hello, everyone. We're going to be awarding the diplomas. And before we begin, I wanted to say how proud I am of all the graduates. This is my only second year of Magnet, so this is my first group that I had seen all the way through. So I'm really proud of everybody. You all did a great job. And I'd like you to please rise so you may receive your diplomas. Okay. Stay. Yeah, this may take a while. Just hold on. Okay, Ayat Hussein Al-Sadi. Zara Saad Awali. Am I loud enough? You can hear me okay? All right. David Michael Atherton. Ryan Timothy Bartos. Michael Raymond Canizaro. Devin Jones. Emmanuel Lewis Jones. Sawyer M.B. Klein. Alexandria Nicole Lehman. Armani Isaac Rishon McGee. Sydney Montgomery. Lanaja Newsom. And of course, Lael Zayat.
Congratulations, graduates. Okay, I just have a few closing remarks. I'd like to thank the parents and relatives who are here this evening for all of the support you've given our students. Graduates, we're proud of you, and I think Dr. Meade mentioned earlier, please continue the tradition of Magnet graduates coming back and telling us what you have been doing. We look forward to that. I'd like to leave you with the final thought, and I think I didn't know what Dr. Maleko was going to speak to this evening, but I think we have a little theme related to greatness going on tonight. Comedian and celebrity Steve Harvey recently was the commencement speaker at Alabama State University in Montgomery, Alabama, which is my 91-year-old mother's alma mater, by the way, and several of my relatives. During Harvey's address, he said he wanted to challenge the students to be great. He said, "What you've done up till now has been a major accomplishment. I take my hat off to you. But what you have done is to be successful. I want you to be great." He went on to say that great people change other people's lives. They put others' needs before theirs, and they come back to their community and they change things. We need somebody or all of you to be great. I know that you can. Again, congratulations, class of 2016, and the best of luck. Okay. Finally, the pronouncement of graduates from Dearborn Public Schools will be done by trustee Dr. Michael Meade.
Would the graduates please rise? By the power vested in me, by the state of Michigan, and by the Dearborn Public Schools Board of Education, I now announce you as graduates of Dearborn Magnet School. Please move your tassels. So congratulations, graduates. Please join us outside in the lecture hall for refreshments. Is that upstairs? Right outside here. So we're completed, and congratulations.
Audience, if you can just wait for a minute for the recessional. Thank you.
Here we go. We're going to go right outside to the stairs and take your picture, okay?
Got music. Too late now.